Let's review a completed WatchPat1 study on CloudPat. We open up a browser and type in cloudpat.precisemd.com and enter. We see the username and password comes up. It's typically your first name dot last name and your password. You would type that in, and then right below that is the sign in button, which you click on. The next step is to click on the View Reports tab that's in the upper left-hand corner. If you have multiple offices, select the one that you're working out of and click on Search. Otherwise, you'd be able to skip that step if you only have one office. We then scroll down to find the patient that we know completed a WatchPat1 study because we received a notification email that essentially the test was actually completed and was also scored and interpreted by the physician who was assigned to it. I then hover over the patient ID number and click to go to this record. I see that Matthew Metzger's test is here, the demo specialist, the physician has been assigned to it, that it's been done at a 4%, that the analysis is ready and the report is ready. If it had not been completed yet, these would both be no. The result file is here, and I can click on that so I can review the entire report that the physician has already done the interpretation on. If I scroll down, I see there is a summary and diagnosis along with an electronic signature. I continue to go down and I can review the raw data for completeness, meaning to check the statistics to see that the total recording time was over 6 hours, in this case just short of 7 hours, and the total sleep time was 6 hours and 8 minutes. I see what my AHI is and the other statistics concerning oxygen levels and heart rate. And that I can now right-click on the report itself and either print it to be scanned into my medical record system or saved as, and so that it'll actually go into a file that I've designated for all my sleep study reports. In this case, I'm going to pick backup, and I'll rename the file, something that I'm using every day in my office, perhaps a medical record number, or in this case, I'm going to do the last name and last four of their social security number. And then click on Save. And you can see it's going to save it as a PDF on my system. That record's now in. I can click back over. You can see there's a separate window for each one of these, one for the report itself and one for my patient information. If I'm satisfied with everything that I see in the report, I can click on Save, and any changes I've made will now be in the patient's medical record in CloudPat, and I can simply close out this system.